Sable is quite enjoyable and delightful is what comes to mind, particularly when I think of the game. I wasn't expecting much from Sable, but it gave me a really good time. Overall, the game doesn't really have that much to it, but a certain charm down to the art style, animation, and phenomenal soundtrack by Japanese Record, which is an artist I highly recommend and actually made me play the game. A song from a soundtrack popped on my scale weekly, and just have to remember I picked it up last month on PS Plus. Although knowing what I know now, I would have played full price for the game. The gameplay is mostly exploration and going around talking to people. While I wouldn't say a rich story, but it is there, and the dialogue is either interesting or funny, and discovering more of the story as you talk to more NPCs. The game is also extremely relaxing, something with a whimsical and playful animation, combined with the visual and soundtrack, makes this really easy and chill to explore. Honestly, I think the soundtrack is what really enhances the gameplay because I think I'll be playing for like an hour, and it ends up being like 3 or 4 hours just because I was vibing. There are also puzzles, but they aren't very complicated, which I actually like this game just because, it's relaxing in nature. Sable also makes it pretty clear what you need to do. You still need to think a little bit, although I think we'll all encounter a puzzle in a game, which for some reason, either because maybe your brain is a bit fried or you're special in the wrong way, you can't figure out where to go and doesn't feel like there's any solution, or it's like, oh, there's obviously that thing you climb over there or move or whatever, but that doesn't want you because of some dumbass puzzle. They probably should put there because, I don't know, they want to waste your time. None of that. You need to go there, climb there. It is nearly like anything you climb on. 20 different ways to do it. Just do it. The movement is also really snappy and responsive, and there aren't really times I could think of where the climbing and jumping was annoying, which is good because it's a big part of the gameplay. And you also just seem to have enough to climb like a lot of things, which is a really satisfying feeling. Also, glide, which is also something you can do. Gliding also feels really great because I don't know if you have this experience, but like in other games, gliding either like you lose momentum pretty quick, altitude, and it just I don't know, it always feels kind of weak. But in this game, it actually like can glide, like you move, you can get places. It's nice. Although part of the game is customer break, mostly in my experience, you should just go with the fastest. There's no direct quest chain, so you have to explore and do as you stuff from find some settlement. So you're not gonna just go directly there or it's some like thing you need to unlock. You just happen to find it. I just happened to unlock the region first that I had, or at least I think it's the fastest one. I have 100% of the game yet. There's also a collectible drip, which I'm very happy about because looking at all those artists, look how nice it looks. So it's all cool. My only complaint about the visual stuff is that the lighting can get like a little weird and could look washed out, but generally it looks really good. The game, for how simple it is, isn't optimized the best. It does get a little choppy in areas with more stuff. It doesn't ruin my enjoyment or anything like that, but it is noticeable, particularly if you fast travel to more dense areas and less dense areas. Also, looking from the views, particularly on PC, it seems like the even on higher end systems, it actually could get kind of bad. You might want to check that out if you're interested and want to get on PC. At least on PS5, it runs perfectly fine. Besides like the slight choppiness I mentioned before. Overall, the game's delightful, charming, and by two people, which if you stuck this far into, if you ever really dip your toes into indie games, I implore that you do. There's a certain charm, at least for me, when it comes to indie games like this, when it's very small teams, sometimes only a person, there's a clear passion and vision there. It's almost like a friend or someone you met recently had off with, showed you seek an art project, and part of you is like, okay, I should be nice, I don't want to hurt their feelings, but then it actually turns out to be pretty good. So just make sure of being proud and appreciative for the person showing this, but also like happy that they made it. It just feels personal. And if you're still here after all the blabbing, I thank you, and hopefully you found this review informative or whatever. And you have a good day now. Bye now.